Hello everybody, my name is Cybernoid and welcome to Vethea tutorial. Vethea is a dimension that is provided by Divine RPG mode for Minecraft, and also Divine RPG provides you many dimensions which are very similar to each other because of the structures, of the biomes, and extra. By the way, don't try to install Divine RPG and how was this mode? This mode, I mean, a mode which gives you more biomes to explore, but because it will collide with themselves and many bugs will occur. Also, maybe Minecraft will crash because it will have overwrote some biomes. Blah blah blah. No, nothing very special. Um, well, to get to Vethea, I mean, I just accepted that you know how to go to those guys and what to do there. And I'm doing this tutorial just to show you what to do in Vethea and maybe how to do in Vethea. It sounds really funny, but it isn't. Yes, so let's start. First of all, you need to build all of the portals to those dimensions. Uh, each portal provides you new materials, blah blah blah. Those materials are also super effective, and yes, each portal uh, gives you an enter to many dimensions, and those are Eden, Wildwood, Appalachia or Appalachia, I don't know, I think it's spelled Appalachia, I think so, Skydern, and Mortum, or Mortam, I don't know. I don't know if I spell Vethea correctly, but never mind. Yes, also you will need some of new materials like rupee, arlemite, and netherite. Rupee is one of the best materials you can mine in overworld, and it's really useful in many ways. For example, to make shikax, which is the tool you can mine everything and very quickly. So, oh god, it's really loud. Never mind. You can mine rupee. You got a rupee ore, and then you can smelt it into rupee ingot. And blah blah blah. With every ore you can do it. And yes, you need corrupted shards, which drop from certain mobs. I can name it right now, but you'll know it drops from certain biomes. Like there are also, how was it? There were not there. Yes, ice shards, for example, drops from certain mobs in ice biomes. I think it's obvious to everyone. So you need to farm a bit of corrupted shards to make corrupted stones. And you'll need many nether inodes to make many things, you know. And then you need to combine rupee inode with alamite inode so you can get shadow bars. Then with shadow bars and netherite tank, which is made like this from 5 netherite inodes, you need to build hellstone, and then you can combine it with clock, corrupted stones to make mysterious clock. Hello Enderman, how are you? Mysterious clock you need to is a summon item which summons ancient entity boss. From ancient entity boss you can. Hey, never mind. Get over this. From Ancient Entity, you can get divine shards. Divine shards are really useful because from them you can get divine stone, and from divine stone you can craft divine axe, divine shovel, and divine pickaxe, which you can combine and make divine pickaxe. You see, its efficiency is on 20 when diamond pickaxe is about 20. No, not 20. 20 is this pickaxe. It's 12, I think. I don't know. From rupee, I know rupee pickaxe is its efficiency is on. If I remember correctly, it's is on. Yes, it's 16. Yes, you can make from divine shards. You can make tools, but most importantly, you need to craft divine rock. From divine rock, you can craft a portal to Eden, and then from Eden you get Eden fragments. You craft Eden blocks from to make wildwood, and it's going on like wildwood, Appalachia, and Skyturn fragments, and Mortum fragments. From Mortum fragments, you're not making a portal, but we'll come to this. Also, from rupee, I know you can make a rupee block, and from rupee block and 7 obsidians, you can make bedrock. And from bedrock, you can make bedrock armor. As you can see, you have fire protection, explosion protection, and it is really strong armor, and I really like it. I've been using it for so long. Also, to better travel through each dimension, I recommend you using bedrock armor, so you can take more damage, and angelic armor, so you can fly. Angelic armor is made from ice shards and blue fire shards. Blue fire shards are shards which you get from defeating King of Scorchers statue. Not statues, King of Scorchers boss. And he drops some blue fire stones, and you can craft from them a new weapon and this armor. To make a summon for this boss, you need to get blaze powders, redstone ore, which you can get only by getting a silk touch on your pickaxe, and also a stick, and you're getting an inferno sword. This isn't really a really strong sword, but you'll get better in this time of playing. Also, you need to get purple blaze, which are dropped from scorchers, which are spawned in Nether. Then you make an infernal flame, which will spawn King of Scorchers. This is only usable in Nether. Yes, and to craft this armor, you have to use them like this. This requires 10 blue firestones, and the rest are just ice stones. So you need to farm a bit in ice biomes. And we go to the Mortum dimension. We craft Mortum blocks, and also we need to chop some trees to get Mortum logs. Also, you need to craft Twilight to light up each of these portals. And then when you craft a Nightmare Bed, you need to place it in a dark place. Because I just destroyed it. I'm a dumbass. Let me get it quickly. Where is the Divine RPG? I don't know. I think it will be quicker to find it right there. Yes, it is here. It's Nightmare Bed. When you place it in a place like this, it will say you can only use Nightmare Bed in a dark place. So you need to dig some room in a wall or cave or mountain, whatever, and you need to place it right there. Then we can go to Vethea. Also, I need to tell you that none of your items from Overworld will be in Vethea. Vethea has its own um, equipment, or whatever, and you can just take weapons from there and go to Vethea, or from Vethea to Overworld. I think there is a way to do it, but it's cheating because I think Ender Chest will work, but we can try it. Let me get Ender Chest, place it somewhere, and I don't know, we can get dirt and place it in the Ender Chest, and then we are going to Vethea. Oh, it's kinda buggy in my version. I'm playing on version 1.7.10, if I can remember correctly. And it spawns like this. And it's kinda buggy over there, but don't mind it. And it's really dark. Oh god. Shut up, my phone. I need to. Alright. Yes, it will spawn a portal. And when you get through that portal, you will be placed in your respawn coordinates. So I don't know if it should work that way, but never mind. You see, my ender chest just vanished, but if I go through that portal, it will go back. And let's try if it is working. Yes, it is working. So the only way to get items from Vethea is to cheat it. No more nor less. So I'll use a potion because night vision potion, please. Because Vethea is really dark place. Even with my settings, bright, it is really dark. As you can see, I can barely see anything. And I need to mention that everything in Vethea will try to kill you. Almost everything. I mean, there's no point in catching trees because you can't make anything from them, and there's a chance that from breaking a log or a wood from some of the trees, from cutting, not breaking. Oh, from breaking! As you can see, there's spawn an end, and it has 25 hearts. And it's really strong, and you don't want to fight it. Everything here just tries to kill you. You see, it's a duo, because it has two bodies connected with each other, and it also wants to kill you. But there is a way to survive there. Also, I recommend using a game rule, which is name game rule keep inventory and set it to true, because if you die in Vethea, you respawn at the portal and you have to go back to get your items. And in the way, there are more monsters which will try to kill you. So, the only way to survive there is to build a room out of dirt, or you can mine stone, but from dirt around the portal, and make your base over there. Also, I recommend to make a tunnel to a building. It's an altar, but I can see it nearby. But I think it's over there. Yes, it's over there. Oh, there's a boss right above us. And it's into the altar, which provides you an infusion table where you can craft things. And then, when you have your room and extra, I almost lost my portal, and you see there are many monsters which are very dangerous. I don't know it's if it should be like that or not, but they respawn in groups. I think that it should be like they are respawning in as a single from I don't know how to name it, um, like a powder. You know, when you throw out a powder, it will slowly go down, and I don't know how to correctly tie it. Never mind. Uh, what I mean is more respawns, but in single ones. You see, when there are many of them, you can't just kill them. They will instantly rush at you, and also those kinds of mobs, acid hags, will leave an acid block. When you step on them when you're playing on survival or adventure or whatever, uh, what just happened here? You will be damaged. And also, when he touches you, you're also damaged. But there on each floor there is, I think, only one type of mobs. You won't have to no, two. I think two. On first floor there are three types, and on each floor above there is only one type of mob. You will be really grateful when you find them. And he respawned there, but maybe he went somewhere. I don't know. This is the place when where you will be beat up, because in this place, in this dungeon, there are respawning monsters. Maybe there are uh, too loud. I think so. There are monsters on the second floor, which are much stronger than monsters on the second floor. And they have really bad noise, which I don't like. Yeah, now you are silent, guys. Yes, this is the only place where the second floor mobs will respawn, but only those. Those guys, by the way, have two attacks, have range attack and melee attack, so you can't hide anywhere. The only way to kill them is to stand in the room on height of 2 blocks and place a block to block their vision and hit them in the legs. Also, there are Bifrons, which are also second floor monsters, but they are much easier to kill, because they have no range attacks, and you can block them in a place like this and just poke them. As you can see, I can poke those guys in third block because they have 2 blocks of health, but their texture makes them feel like it's 3 block monster. But never mind. I don't know if I can get uh, uh, hmm, I don't know if there are eggs for each monster in Vethea. Yes, there are. So I'll take them and show you which are your friends over there. Um, yes, there are only 4? Maybe. I don't know. I think it's only 4 of them. Let's go to our portal. Oh, he's right there. But it's a Crypt Keeper. It's a second floor, I think, mob from this dungeon. And he won't attack you. But when you come to him and press the right mouse button to interact with him, he will say something and give you a lump. I think it's a lump. I don't know. I don't know how to spell many things correctly. Don't blame me. Yes, and on each floor there are kinds of mysterious mans, and every one of them will give you a lump. On each floor there are many kinds of lumps, and mysterious mans give you the first, second, third, and fourth grade of lumps, and the others you need to kill bosses to get. I think it's that way. So, the Mysterious Man number 1 looks like this, and he gives you ticker lumps. The second Mysterious Man gives you Darwin lumps, and the third gives you Pardimal lumps. And Pardimal lumps are much better than Darwin lumps by 2 grades, because on the second floor and on third floor there are bosses which will give you lumps. But killing them is really difficult, and I'll show you some tips how to do it easily and don't get killed. But those lamps are nothing without an where was it? It was infusion table, as I can remember. Yes. For using infusion table, you have to use lamps and templates. Templates you can get from monsters. And I'll take some kind of weapon. Here I go. It's Krakos Rockmall. I'll tell you about it later. You need to kill monsters to get pearls. On each floor, monster drops many kinds of pearls, and with each floor higher, it will give you better types of pearls. And also, this acid hacks drops acid. It's obvious. So now I'll go and search for a certain biome, and I'll tell you about The fourth or fifth mob, which are friends. I don't know if I can find it really quickly, but maybe I'll tell you something about it. This biome only, I don't know if I can name it a biome, but I can name it a structure because it is under, uh, I don't know how to name it. It is a city or something like this, which will spawn under the ceiling. And when you get there, you can find a mob which is named the hunger. It will look really fearful, but it is really kind mob. And there is a trick which I was using that when I found him, I just pushed him back to my portal, and then I got access to him every time I got to my base. So I wouldn't have to go to his structure every time. And I can't find it really nearby. Yeah, last time I was playing Divine RPG and got to Vethea, I had to go about, I don't know. Oh, there is portal. I had to go like 500 blocks to the nearest structure, and only then I got to push it right back to the base. And also I had to fight many kinds of mobs over there, and it was really pain in the ass. Thank you, Flags, for pausing my game. Um, there it is. It is? Yes, it is. Mm, I remember those smooth class. Where are you? On minimap, I see he is somewhere there. Or yes, he's over there. See, it's a person with a mouth in his chest and with 6 arms, and he's dying. All right, he's not dying right now. He is a mob, which is your shop, when you can exchange pearls for things, also food. Food is really important in this place, but there's a way for it. You can just die, and your hunger bar will refill itself. I'll show you what you can get there. There are some food. There is door, which is the only door you can get in Vethea. And there are templates. You see, there is this template, cannon template, black sword, hammer, bow, staff, claw, and there are armor templates. There are also some kind of blocks. There is a chest, arrows, and more arrows and more templates for an armor. And also there is a miner's amulet, which provides you a mining 5 boost, as far as I can remember. There is a dream flint, which is used to summon some kinds of, I don't know, some. I think there is all of bosses on 4th floor. I think so. It is consumed when it's used, so you need to farm many polished pearls on 3rd floor or 5th floor. On 3rd or 4th floor. I don't know. I'll check it in a while. And there are more templates for armor. And also there is a moon clock, which is used to summon a special boss, which in this mod, in the plot, it is a boss which is the only one that is I don't know how to name it properly. It's an exile from other bosses. I think it is a correct way to tell it. And also there is a band of Heva, which provides you an ability to kill one certain mob, which is not very difficult to run from, but you will do what you want to. And also you can get a dream source, which are health potions on instant use. Yeah, it is really good when fighting bosses, but with my guidance, you won't have to fight bosses. It's really stupid, but really, you won't have to fight bosses. So yeah, you have to push your hunger to your portal, to your base, and then you have to farm a bit, go find some mysterious mans to get some of lamps, and I don't know, I'll put him in there, and you will be here, and you will be telling me things. So I'll get rid of everything, and let's start talking about pearls. There are 4 kinds of pearls, each will drop on each floor. As you can see, there are 4 floors and 4 kinds of pearls. With each pearl you can trade with the hunger. You've seen what he can provide while using them. And also I'll get some of templates, one of each, and yeah. Crafting in Vethea isn't working like it's working in Overworld, because when crafting something using a template and a lamp, you have to put a right amount of lamps in the crafting. Let me show you. And also, when you're using armor templates, you need to use also a right lamp. I think to use a tormented template, you need to have quadratic lamps. Let me try. And we're putting right amount. It's about, or maybe not. Maybe, no, pardimal. Yes. And you can craft their boots. When you put one more, you can craft a mask. Another one, you can craft helm. And then you can craft a hood. And more, you can craft legends. And then with 14 you can craft a chest plate. And yeah, also it works with all of these templates, but for example hammer template, you need to put 9 Amphimis, I think it's spelled that way, Amphimis lamp. But for Arxian lamp, you have to put more. As you can see, I need to put, I think it's about, it was 31, but the difference in damage is really high, because you can see there are 40, and from first tier there is 9. It is more than 15 hearts of damage. It is really powerful. Also, I'll tell you the differences between the weapons. A hammer is a kind of sword um, which is much more strong. It has more damage, but it's also more expensive than the common backsword. You can get also a claw, which is cheaper than backsword, but you cannot block with using that weapon. Also, you can craft a bow, which is of course using arrows, which you can buy from the hangar. Then you have a disc, which is a throwable, like a snowball, but it travels in a straight line. And it's also coming back, but you have to stay in the same place to get it back, because you can just lose it. I don't know why it's working that way, but don't blame me for this. As you can see, there are many times of this disc, and there's a staff. The staff is using mana, which can be seen over there in the right lower corner, and it's one of the things which Divine RPG is providing. Also, when you are attacking with a staff, you're using our right mouse button, and the projectile from a staff, it's traveling like an arrow from the old versions of Minecraft. You can remember, right? I think so. And also you can damage yourself with this projectile. And then we get cannon. Cannons are very complicated weapons, because to use them, as you can see when I put there a stack, it's doing nothing. When you use them, you need to have acid, and I'll show you. It's 27 and I missed it. Yes, you need to have acid wherever it is in this mode. Maybe I'm blind, or I'm stupid, or I can see it. I find it right there. Acid. Let me have a stack, because this projectile is almost the same. But if I was on survival, it will consume 1 acid per 1 shot. And yeah, for fighting in a Vethea, I recommend you using a staff and a Wrathhammer or Warhammer or whatever, because a hammer has a very high damage. It's more than Broadsword or Wrathsword, because it's doing one heart more damage. In Minecraft it's 2 damage, and as you can see, when using a claw you cannot block, and it's even less damage, and bows are not very useful right there. But for armor, I recommend you using where is it? Um, by the way, when I was playing Vethea, I skipped almost every armor in the Vethea and crafted the last, because when you craft those, there's also a big, really great thing in this, because on every armor you have infinite uses, also on every weapon and tool. Great thing. Uh, Never mind. I recommend you using a mask because it gives you movement speed. Movement speed is really appreciated in the FIA because you can easily dodge everything and run from everything. You mean I mean there is a mob on the third floor which moves uh, faster than you sprinting. I think he's moving in about, I don't know, 3 or 4 blocks a second, or I don't know. When you moved 2 blocks, he moved about 6, and he's constantly standing in you and damaging you. That's why I hate this mob, and that's why I love this armor. As you can see, the helmet will bring you melee damage protection and melee damage. This will give you a ranged damage, and this will give you arcana damage, jump height, and no fall speed. Jump height isn't really useful because in most of the arenas when you fight bosses, you can jump very high, and also there is a ceiling, and there is no place when you can jump. Blah blah blah. Nothing interesting. Let's get rid of everything, and to get the first 4 or 5 types of, no, 4 types of lamps, you have to find uh, mysterious mans, and for the other types you have to fight bosses. And somewhere there I've seen a boss on the second floor. I think it was right there. Yes, it's Hive Queen. It's a boss from the second floor, but you may ask how to get to the second floor. It's simple. Just grab some dirt and build a stairs from it to the second floor, and just mine. There's no real way to get to the second floor without doing this. And I should have been using a night vision potion. Also, I'll show you how it is on this floor, and then we can go to the second floor. And my computer is lagging a bit. I don't like it. I don't love it. So, oh, there are also new structures like this pyramid, and there are new mobs. There are mobs from dungeon from the first floor, and some mobs from the third floor. And where was the hive queen? Oh yes, there is a hive, and over there is a hive queen. Hive queen have very high health. Oh, there are two, and somewhere there's an entrance. Oh, as you can see, those are the mobs from the dungeon. And there should be an entrance to this hive from one side only. Yes, it is. And somewhere there should be Hive Queen. Where are you? I don't know. Maybe she left. Let's go to the second hive and just let's dig to it. Yes, there is Hive Queen. Hive Queen has a really high amount of health, but deals no damage. So why is it really difficult boss? Because she respawns a lot of um, single mobs. There are mobs that are very quick and can get to you very easily. And also there are mobs which are flying. Then you can't hide on the trees because those flying bees will get you. And let's get a weapon to show you what she drops. Let's get I don't know, maybe Alexian Wars Draft Star. Yeah, it takes really long way, and also those weapons are dealing much damage, so I use a rock maul, which is yeah, it is also kind of bug mode. As you can see, I can't just hit her every time. She loses invisibility frames, or maybe I don't know. Maybe she were blocked in the leaves. I don't know. There is also a sound when she's dying, and some visual effect like this. She's spinning, and then she drops EXP. EXP is the only one thing that you can transport from Vethea to Overworld, and she drops Thermal Lamp. Come on, it's nothing useful, and also Honeysuckle and Honey Chunk. Nothing really useful for us. But let's go to the third floor. Nothing really interesting is over there, and I found a bug in the generator. Let's get going. On the third floor, there are more dangerous mobs, and also, I should have told you the way to easily kill Hive Queen. Let's get back over there. Where is the hive? Here's the hive. So, you need to grab some blocks, block the weapon, block the way, and then just get to some higher place and make a spot like this. So you can easily hit a hive queen with a bow or a staff. I recommend a staff because it's not using arrows and it's using mana, which is regenerating over time. And that's the way you kill a hive queen. Let's get going on the next floor. Um, most of the fights were looking like this for me because I was blocking a boss in the blocks and then I was just hitting it with staff or a hammer. It's almost the same for me on every boss. And now I'm looking for a arena for a boss on the third floor. On the third floor, you can craft from tanks which are dropped by a boss on the floor. You can craft the best melee weapon on the Vethea, in the Vethea or whatever. It is a rock maul, which damage is on the 47, and there it is. And there's also there is a key letter on the ceiling, and there's only one enter to this arena. When you get there, you will see nothing but these heat tiles, Karos cannons, and village lamp, and also an Karos altar. Those Karos cannons are really pain in the ass because when you spawn this boss, they will start to shoot. Uh, they are they're just like normal dispensers, and they will shoot arrows. Also, heat tiles will turn to red when the boss is standing nearby, and they will damage you, and you don't want that. Also, I recommend you to just block the cannons, but there's a bug. What a shame! There's a bug when one of the attacks from this boss just disable his AI. I can't remember now if it was cannons or rain of bombs, but one of them just disabled his AI and he's standing still and doing nothing. So you can just come to him and just punch him to death. So let's summon this boss. Where is the Dream Flint? Let's do it. As you can see, it's Karos, and he's saying something every time he does. And if I was on survival, those blocks will damage you, and he will switch between attacks, and they are not. Oh, there you can, as you can see, there are some mobs over there. I don't know how did they spawn there. Those cross cannons are now shooting, and now we can kill him. He has 4000 HP, and I was just bugging him, then punching him to the corner, also making my way to there by using some kind of blocks and jumping from one to one. And then when he's in the corner, you can easily just punch him to death. And it's really pain in the ass because he has lots of health, and it's really time spending exercise. Just oh, when he's laughing, I think he's using those. Oh, those are those raining bombs. Just kill him to death. Also, there's a bug. He can probably can just be stuck in the tile, this heat tile, and he won't be hitting any of them. And you can easily kill him by punching him to death. Just die already. Yeah, it's really. I could say it's a waste of time, but it's not. He's dropping really great material, and I said it that those are rock chunks, as far as I can remember, and from rock chunks you can make a rock maul, which is the best weapon in Vethea, in my opinion. Die, just die already. I can kill you properly. Maybe those cannons are also making damage. Yes, and they are triggering his invisibility frames. Let's then break them, and no, they're not. I cannot destroy. Oh yes, Now I should be able to kill him properly. Yes, now I am. Those arrows were triggering his invisibility frames. But it's just an explosion. Die, and when he dies, all this madness stops, and he drops Chaos lamps and rock chunks from rock chunks in the where is he in the hunger shop. You can exchange them for a rock maul, and that's how you get it. And you can summon him as many times as you want, but every time you summon him, a dream flint is consumed. So be ready to farm some, and I lost my night vision. And let's go to the next floor. And this floor is the only one without ceiling, and now my map works correctly. And on this floor, I only found two bosses because rest of them didn't spawn, and I had to fight only them. And something is not generating there. There are arenas for those bosses, and there are some kind of new mobs like this. This one is flying and shooting at you. I hate it. Oh, there is an arena for the one boss. You also need to use a Dream Flint here, I think. I think the author of this mod have a great idea, but on Minecraft this idea won't come to the very great end because Minecraft it's not providing the best way to um, play this. As you can see, you should make the parkour and then you head to. There should be some blocks, but this generator is really bugged. On the floor you have bacterial acid. There it spawned because there are no blocks. You have to make this parkour. Go there. And here you have the arena for fighting another boss. What's the trick for him? It's really simple. You are building like this. Um, this boss is the boss he will mostly shoot you because he has three phases, and in two phases he's shooting, in one phases he will attack you by himself, and the best way is to just block him in a room like this and use a dream flint over there, and you're summoning a wreck over here. Let me show you. Yes, wreck is really hard boss to kill because he has high amount of health and also he deals much damage. And fighting with him will look like every fighting in a boss in Minecraft. You just stand and punch him to death. When you're using mind strategy, you're using staff or a bow or anything, and when he comes to the window, you punch him with your hammer, and that's it. It's everything you're doing for fighting and boss in Vethea. And when I'll stop you from jumping, and then I will kill you faster. Oh, now he switched to a mode when he's using a staff to shoot. He's switching between those mods. I mean, I think between one of a third of each health. I think so. Yes, now he's shooting explosive explosive projectiles. If I'm not correct, you can just correct me in the comments. Oh, yeah, it's really boring, right? Yeah, when you are playing Minecraft for so long and you know many mechanics, everything is boring. And from him you get Argesian lamp, which are the best in the Vethea, and from them you can craft only weapons. Also, you can destroy those blocks, but there is no feeling in this mode anyway. And I wanted to show you um, one more boss, but I know there's another, but I can't find his, oh, I mean her area. I don't know how did they manage to make a different biomes on each Y, because in Minecraft the biomes are restricted by X and Z, X and Z, not by Y's. And in Vethea, biomes are restricted by Y, and it's a really good thing for them. And you have here a Lunic altar, and with this is a unique altar because over there you have to use where was it? It wasn't Twilight Clock. No, it wasn't. It was something. Oh, it was Moon Clock. You have to use Moon Clock to summon this boss. This is a Lady Luna, which is one of the best bosses in this mod because she switches between three types of attack. She leaves an acid, leave an acid. She's not leaving the acid right now. Maybe in one phase. Oh no, uh, she's leaving the acid. And each phase you can only damage with one type of damage. As you can see, there is a hammer. It has own damage with a broadsword and a claw, and a bow and a staff. So in each phase you have to use a certain weapon. As you can see, now I can damage her with a hammer, but maybe I can damage her uh, with a staff. No, I can't. Also, Evernight is a weapon which has a chance to drop from Lady Luna. Also, there is a chance that she will drop Everfright with Ever Arrows, and you can drop from Everbright, Everlight, no Ever. Those weapons, I think, they are dropped by different bosses. I don't know. I haven't fought any of the bosses that I haven't showed you. Let's put it to the end. Lady Luna has three phases. You can only damage each phase with a certain weapon, and also she is doing a certain damage. And in one phase she's shooting, in one phase she is also shooting, but I think maybe quicker and more rapidly. And one phase is when she rages, and she rushes to you very quickly and leaves acid. As you can see, she changed. Maybe now I can damage you. Let's use this weapon. No, I can't. It's really bugged mod, but it has a potential because it could be really nice thing to play. But it's really bugged. Maybe only on this version of Minecraft, but mm. And I think that's it. Most of the bosses you have to just block. As you can see, you can block Lady Luna in a place like this. It's the better to and also to block her head in the blocks, because then she won't be able to move, and she will be standing over there on the altar, and you can just have a hammer in your hand and punch her every time she changes to a certain face. And I think that's it for this. It's a pretty quick tutorial. It's not really easy to play on the in the Vethea, but I think it's really good mode and has a potential. But I don't know if they haven't done it properly, or Minecraft doesn't provide a way to mod him to get this mode playing, going, whatever. Never mind. It's everything for now. See you guys in, I don't know, anytime. Bye.